To you. Pontiac and a Dodge. They're in the third row. And the first Ford in the field is rookie Ryan Newman. Daytona 500 winner there, the best Dodge.
Steve Park in the one car had a practice accident yesterday along with Bobby Hamilton and Mike Wallace in the 33. They will have to start at the rear of the field.
Good start for Kyle Petty, 11th, and Terry Labonte, who led last week, 12th.
I've got to keep an eye on old Terry today. He's getting better and better every week.
Tony looks hungry.
Fine wine. You know, he's just getting a little better with age.
Saw Jerry Nadeau there, new crew chief.
There's Mike Wallace again, have to drop to the rear of the field. Andy Petrie, both of his cars involved in one accident. Bobby Hamilton in the 55, Mike Wallace in the 33.
A couple of the Roush cars in row 10. Hi, Jack. Get better fast.
Larry will calculate the mileage for you today, Jack. Don't worry, he's the best.
See Brett Bodine in 11 car. That's the fastest from qualifying of the Robert Yates engine brigade.
Kenny Wallace in a one-race ride for Michael Waltrip Racing. There with John Andretti.
Kenny is super sub. You just need to just call him. He'll be there.
Frank Kimmel is back again in Travis Carter's car next week in Doubt.
First Winston Cup race for Kimmel here at Talladega.
Look where our point leader is.
And see Alabama, Steve Grissom in the 44 car this year replacing Buckshot Jones. And not sure if that's going to be permanent. They're just going to take it from race to race.
And provisional land, including our number 2-point man, Matt Kenseth.
And Ricky Rudd was really quick in happy hour yesterday. So that particular Yates car got to going pretty good yesterday. That other one right there, that 88, he's not very happy.
I mean, just look at the names in provisional land. Bobby Hamilton in the 55 won this race a year ago. The two Yates cars, 88, Dale Jarrett, 28, Ricky Rudd, and Bill Elliott.
Your check is in the mail.
Here they come, and we're going to go racing. We're going to go boogity, boogity, boogity into that first turn wide open.
Like a lot of racetracks, they necessarily won't be hunting the bottom. They'll just want to see which one of these lines starts to move the quickest.
That's a pretty strung out start.
Actually, it is for here. They usually are all kind of wadded up as they go down in that first turn. Robbie Gordon had a really, really good car in happy hour yesterday. He was very happy with it. Saw him pass a lot of cars. Looks like it's going pretty well for him right now.
Looks like that inside line, though, it's starting to move there.
Well, that's where everybody gets, you know, everybody wants to get to the inside. Kind of like it's the safest place to be on the start.
More often than not, the pole winner has not led the first lap here, though.
Hey, that 48's got a little steam up under the hood. It's got some ponies.
And it's got the 15 pushing it along.
And that's a lot of help, too. Man, Robbie Gordon, he's already blocking somebody.
Junior.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 8 car, got Ryan Newman in 12 behind him.
Now leaving on track 1, Jimmy Johnson on the inside.
Oh, they'll get them warmed up. Fluids will heat up. Things will pick up here very shortly.
Kenny Wallace, Tony Stewart, 3 wide in the back straightaway. In the middle.
You got the comers and the goers here.
I mean, I just look at our score monitor. 43 cars. I think only about 5 is running in the same position they started in at the completion of lap 1.
Oh, yeah, this thing just heating up.
From Tony Stewart, looking ahead at Jeff Burton. Let's have a look at speed and RPM.
Really won't see the RPMs change that much. You know, at Martinsville, we see it way down here, way up here. You see it's going to hang right in here around 7,000. Got
189 miles an hour, 190, 191, yeah, about 191 into the first turn.
Kurt Busch swept out high and created that third lane.
And just think that they only qualified at 184 miles an hour, so they're at 191 racing.
And that's all about the draft, getting the pull off the cars in front of you and getting the push from the cars behind you.
This is about all the help from your friends that are behind you there. And how about Matt? Breathless. He can't speak. Don't blame him. He must be watching the monitor.
Yeah, so are most of these drivers, Darrell. Darrell, this has got to be fun, but it's got to be a really tense kind of fun to be in one of these cars.
It's fun because it's what you do. I mean, you know, you make a living driving a race car. This is a race. It's really good when you feel comfortable, and that's not very often here. Your cars dance around. They move around. The wind moves them around so much. Turbulence. Lots of turbulence.
They're 3 wide, but there doesn't seem to be a bad lane.
It's okay right now. We're on fresh tires. Everybody Nobody's really up on the wheel right now. Everybody's kind of minding their manners. That's the whole thing about this race, minding your manners.
But you just look at the way these guys are running, Darrell. I mean, that would be trust right there. I mean, they're 3x3 for 10 rows.
But what would happen, and it's what you have to worry about, what happens if something happens in the front of this whole pack of cars?
That's what happened yesterday. This is what they came to see. The whole field of Winston Cup cars fanned out 3 wide all the way back through 40th place.
And guess what? This is the way it will be for the next 3.5 hours. So you might want to run out to the garage, get your roll of duct tape, take your TV down, because it's going to get exciting.
Kurt Busch in that 97 car right there, the Jack Roush car, he's bringing that outside line. They pulled up beside Robbie Gordon in the middle line right there.
Now you see these cars are all buffing around. Not necessarily the driver doing that. When they're 3 wide like they are there, they're going to move around, and that's the problem. You move around, you get into a guy beside you, knock him into somebody else, and away they go.
I mean, this track is very bumpy all the way around, and you run aggressive shots to keep it cool on the ground to make it run fast on the straightaway. They bounce around.
If we had dynamic scoring, it couldn't keep up. Kurt Busch is 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 8th. He hasn't moved, but the whole pack has moved around him.
And they're 4 wide now going down into turn 1. Boys, this is just hold your breath time. Everybody here is just holding their breath.
Hut Strickland stuck in the middle.
And Darrell, what these guys will do, again with that 7/8 restrictor plate that takes about 300 horsepower, they're wide open all the way around. If you catch somebody, what they'll do, they'll drag that brake pedal. They won't back off the throttle, they'll just reach up there and drag the brake pedal.
Oh yeah, it's all about momentum. Once you get them wound up, you cannot back off. If you do, one thing will happen, you get run over from behind. The other thing is, if you don't get run over, you lose a lot of spots.
So you can get Bristol stumped here too.
Oh yeah, it's a driver's nightmare. He's got a car right in front of him. He's a little quicker, but he can't go around him. Somebody's behind him bumping him. It's constant confusion.
Still wide outside.
And you never know what line to get in. All of a sudden, the line you're in stops moving, and the one next to you moves. You got to try to get in the inside, then the outside.
Boy, Robbie Gordon in the 31 trying to get in there behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got to run around the outside of him out of the trial.
There is nowhere in the world that you can see something like this. There's not a ride at Disney World. There's not a computer game. There's not a racetrack that you can go and see something like this.
Biggest smile in this field right now belongs to Jeff Burton. Started 25th. He has snaked his way through this pack up to 10th place. Jimmie Johnson has led every one of the 6 laps so far. Michael Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in hot pursuit at Talladega. Earnhardt Jr.'s red number 8 Chevrolet sliced inside of Jimmie Johnson to take the lead. And look who's right behind Johnson. Jeff Burton, who's come from 25th spot.
And that was quite a move, Mike, from the outside between Michael and the 48 car to get to the lead. That was quite a move.
Win a trip to a NASCAR race. All collect. 1-800-CALL-ATT. Jeff Green, another mover from 30th to 5th.
Up the line for a while.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happens here. You know, like I said, you got comers and goers. The guys in the front will go to the back. The guys in the back will go to the front. And they'll do that all day long. Backs and forth. Kind of like a little chess match here. Try to figure out when you can end up at the front at the end of the day.
The last 4 restrictor plate races. 3 top 2 finishes for Dale Earnhardt Jr., including 2 wins. 1 here, 1 at Daytona.
Trying to help Michael. You see him move over in front of Michael to give Michael the pull. Jimmie Johnson doing a great job of hanging right there with him. As long as, well as Robbie Gordon, he's hanging right there too.
You know, guys, I want to talk about our points leader because I think there was a little surprise on qualifying day. Sterling Marlin in the 40 car, he qualified 33rd. Look, we got a battle for the lead here between teammates. Michael Waltrip, 15 car, got some help from Jimmie Johnson in the 48.
Easy 48.
Outside, 2 by 2.
Boy, he almost come down in front of that 31 car, and that would have been disastrous.
And the 31, Robbie Gordon, has help from his teammate, number 30, Jeff Green.
Well, you see what happened to the 48 car, Jimmie Johnson. He lost his momentum messing around there, and it's going to really cost him. He's in the middle right here, falling back fast with no help a lot. But Sterling's all the way up to 15th is where I was headed with that story right there after starting 33rd. And that was some concern starting that far back. Well, it's still a lot. Look at these guys. I mean, there's still a lot of concern as far as the first 20 laps or so is just really, really nerve-wracking from the driver's perspective, and everybody watching as well.
Fort Burton currently in 15th our Daytona 500 winner. Steve?
Well, Mike, in talking to Ward Burton and crew chief Tommy Baldwin this morning, they weren't making any changes to the race car, but Ward Burton was concerned about blind spots. He's having trouble seeing cars around him. So what they did add was Ward literally cut foam rubber inserts out to boost his seat in the driver's cockpit a little bit. He's having a hard time seeing. He said, I can't trust my spotter here. I've got to feel and see everything. Matt Yoakum.
Steve, the move around the 48 car by Dale Earnhardt Jr. was choreographed by his spotter, Ty Norris. Jr. told the spotter, tell Michael, just go with me and let's get around this young boy. He's looking, though, in his mirror for the 20 of Tony Stewart. Besides working a lot together during speed weeks, they worked a lot together in the draft. A lot of respect these two drivers have for each other, but their cars work very well together, especially with Stewart pushing the 8. That's why they feel like the 99's running so well, because the 20 is pushing the 99.
Last time I checked, Jimmie Johnson's a little bit older than Dale Jr. So get around this young boy here.
Except in terms of Winston Cup experience.
Right. You got it.
You know, just to put a period on Ward Burton, remember, that's not the car he won the Daytona 500, because you win the Daytona 500, it goes in Daytona USA for a year. This is a brand new race car.
And he was the fastest qualifying Dodge, so still got a good ride.
And you don't get the tack, the steering wheel, the shocks, anything out of that winning car for a year.
Looks like Kenny Slater in the 36. He's got problems right here. He's falling back and losing the draft. I'd say normally that's an engine problem.
Well, it sounds okay though. I don't hear any misfire or anything. Maybe he got knocked sideways. He's just regrouping. If he did, it'll take him a while to get over it.
The M&M Global Vote, which will become the new color M&M. Purple, pink, or aqua. Purple.
And that vote's coming from about 75 different countries. There's countries voting that don't even get to vote in the politics of their country.
Quite frankly, I think a real M&M would be pink.
Oh, Darrell.
And Schrader said he don't have a problem if it ends up being pink.
I like pink.
Because whatever color wins the vote, he has to drive that color car.
That's why I think it'd be perfect.
Okay.
Schrader in a pink car.
All right.
I love it.
Folks, we're on pink. Jeff Gordon has passed his protege, Jimmie Johnson, the 48. Gordon is half owner of Johnson's car, and that's Jeremy Mayfield right behind Gordon, and Kevin Harvick to the inside.
Well, there's two kind of drivers here, Mike. There's those that know what to fear and those that don't. And you're going to see two totally different driving styles and racing styles between those kinds of drivers. Those boys out front, they don't know what to fear.
I mean, Jeff Gordon started 10th. He fell back to about 25th. Now he's worked his way back to 10th.
Steve, what's wrong with Kenny Schrader's car?
Well, Mike, you're not going to believe this. Continuing our tradition of Talladega strangeness, Schrader radioed and says a piece of roll bar padding fell off and hit the ignition switch and killed the motor.
Thank goodness. Now, he can as strapped in as he is, he can reach that switch.
Put that in your book of excuses.
Oh yeah, big help today, wasn't it?
Yeah. Put that in your book of excuses of why I didn't win.
But the problem he has, he's lost the draft. He needs a caution flag to be able to catch back up. He has no help back there to push him back to the pack.
Well, right now, if there was a caution flag, he might, if it happened in front of him, he would just barely get slowed down before he got in.
He's in perfect position to dodge it.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., rookie Ryan Newman, and Michael Waltrip leads the Aaron's 499 on Fox, presented by Pepsi. Talladega, no change among the top 10. Dale Earnhardt Jr. still leading Ryan Newman, Chevy versus Ford.
The top 7 had organized themselves in a single file, was actually pulling away from that second pack.